apparently Joy Reid is unemployed because MSNBC said Reid, the Reid out is out. Now I'm trying to come up with an interesting point. And I saw that old long-headed "See you next Tuesday," Megyn Kelly, her racist behind was over there cackling. I was like, girl, but maybe Roger Ailes needs to go assault your ass again. But anyway, allegedly. So according to Variety, MSNBC's evening lineup may soon look quite different from what diehard viewers have come to expect. The NBC Universal backed cable network is expected to move the trio of Simone Sanders, Townsend, Alicia Menendez, and Michael Steele to its 7 p.m. weekday slot on Tuesday through Friday, according to two people familiar with the matter. The group on Mondays will lead 2 hours, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The move will have direct implications for Joy Reid, the anchor who currently fills 7 p.m. She is expected to host her last show on MSNBC this week. Well, the word on the curb is, and the word being Don Lemon, apparently I believe that her last day might be today. Now, I will say this. I do like Michael Steele. I love the fact that he called out Joe Amica. Sidebar, are them two still over there working at MSNBC while you out here cleaning house and firing people left and right? Because she's not the only one that lost a job, but we don't get into who are the other ones that lost a job. After I take this swig of water. So they said what's more, Alex Wagner, who was hosted weeknights at 9 p.m., save for a Monday night led by Rachel Maddow, who was moved up to 5 days a week, by the way, is expected to be named a contributor, according to 3 people with knowledge of current talks. Wagner, who has been working as a correspondent across the U.S. during the first 100 days of the new Trump presidency, while Rachel Maddow anchors each day at 9, is unlikely to return to her weekly slot, these people indicated. Now, Jen Psaki is expected to take over at least one of the hours, according to one of these people. MSNBC is also in talks with Eugene Daniels, a Politico, and Melissa Murray, a law professor at New York University, who specializes in the regulation of sex, marriage, caregiving, and reproductive rights, that would have them join the network of unspecified capacities, according to one of these people. MSNBC declined to make executives available comment, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So now they say the move comes quickly after Rebecca Cutler. Wait, hold on. Let me put up Miss Alex Wagner, because these are the two right here who clearly have been chopped from MSNBC. So now the move comes quickly after Rebecca Cutler, a former senior executive at CNN who is known for her facility in developing new talent and programming concepts, which means MSNBC is about to be dry than a goddamn prune, has named MSNBC's new president. She takes the helm of the network as it faces unique challenges, including the pressures of working with the Trump White House and being spun off along with the other NBCU cable networks into a new publicly trading company. Well, we all see that what this is. He's got this war on the media. They're trying to clean house. So now, because the media is where it is, people are being fired left and right. The ratings are in the toilet, but quiet as it's kept. Legacy media ratings been in the toilet for a while now. I can tell you, I don't even watch legacy media. I did like Joy Reid when she was on there. There was every now and again I would watch little clips and stuff from her show on YouTube. I wasn't like an average 5-day-a-week watcher of the readout, but when there were certain things that would float in my radar that would be interesting that I want to click on, I definitely watch her show. I will watch clips, not saying because this is like the new generation thing. We just watch clips of whatever they put up from MSNBC. And I was engulfed in a lot of MSNBC during Kamala Harris, the Trump campaign, and all that other stuff. But I was watching other things as well. So I was keeping one of my eyes on legacy media and seeing what they was talking about. And then I was watching progressive independent media and hearing the contrast of what legacy media wasn't talking about, what they were talking about over there. So they said that Fox News Channel and CNN are experiencing similar erosions in that period. MSNBC could be left with an average of 61.3 million viewers at the end of 2025 compared to 68.5 million in 2023. Oh, wow. 61.3, that's bad. According to, oh my God, we lost a couple million viewers. We're losing money. The world's coming to, like, y'all really bitching about 68.5 million people still sucking on the teat of legacy media. This is what y'all mad about? It's not like it jumped from 60 8 million to like 2 million people. It's not like y'all watch like how network television used to be. Remember back in the day, if your show hit 20 million or better, you was considered a hit. Now in Nielsen ratings, you know, with some shows, you grateful if you can at least pick up 5 million people. Or how the Housewives at one point when people was watching that, it was like 2 million people a week. Now, you know, they getting like 400,000 or less. Like I don't understand it was that significant of a drop. Y'all still in the 60 million number. Y'all killed me over there with y'all ratings and stuff. Thank God I'm an independent contractor over here doing what I'm doing. Because if I was beholden to legacy media, and I think about this a lot. I was like, if I was doing a panel show on a legacy channel and I was really out here spewing the real stuff that they won't talk about over there because they beholden to these robber baron, these oligarchs, and these corporate, you know, billionaires or whatever who basically run things over there and will suspend you if you say something that doesn't fit in with their agenda. I would be out of a job in a week. That's why I'm glad in a way that I just sit over here and I talk the things that I talk. I get all my information. I bring y'all the right information. I bring you the receipts, and then you do with it as you will. Whereas some people just spew things at the mouth, like that big head, long chin bitch, Megan Kelly out here talking about why can't white people wear blackface and Santa Claus is a white man? I'm like, really? So what white man you know got hair made of wool? I'll wait. But you know, they run out here with spew they misinformation over at Fox News, and of course, y'all eat it up like it's yesterday's leftovers. So now, Color, they said, has described plans to build an independent. Then now you know this is a goddamn lie, but I'm gonna try to read it to y'all. So they said she describes plans to build an independent news gathering apparatus for MSNBC. Of course, beholden to whatever the corporate billionaires that run these networks want to get out there. So I'm not buying this whole independent news gathering, because if that's the case, wouldn't y'all be over there trying to be like, well, let Don Lemon get a job over there, or you keep Miss Joy Reid with her job. So why get rid of people who have been going against some of the things that Trump has said and done? If y'all talking about building an independent news gathering apparatus, y'all think about throwing around these big words that, of course, is going to stunt people. I said stunt. Well, it could be stun and stunt. You know, stun meaning shocking. So anyway, so they said that Witch will lose its ties to NBC News after the new company is formed. She wants to launch a separate MSNBC Washington bureau and to add a new roster of international and domestic correspondents. She also wants to hire a new head of talent, a Washington bureau chief, and a head of content strategy. Yet she has articulated a plan to new clothes. I think. Oh, to Hugh. I was like, what is that? That's an H. I don't know why that didn't look like an H when I'm reading it. But anyway, so it said plan to hew close to the network's progressive leanings, not trying to steer it to the center. Well, I believe it as I see it, because there's nothing progressive when I look at an MSNBC, a CNN, or any of those other things. I do not get progressive from y'all. So if this is what y'all talking about, if y'all think progressive is more like moderate or centrist, but just if you just raise your voice a little bit, that considers you progressive, then I'm calling BS on this. But I'll see what they plan on doing when they over there. But I'm not buying it at all. But we'll go along with it for entertainment purposes, or as I like to say, shits and giggles. So they said they've been working to bring viewers back after the results of the 2024 presidential election. Well, I don't know how that's going to work when people felt like they was lied to. Y'all set up in here with they making them think, well, Kamala Harris is in this great lead and blah, 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 blah. And it was all, in the words of Miss Mama's over there loving hip hop, it was all a lie. So now they said that MSNBC Rachel Maddow returned to hosting at the 9 p.m. hour Monday through Friday compared to the Monday only schedule, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is breaking down all this other. I don't care who's been over there the longest and how many things that they've been getting. They also said that Cutler helped create The Weekend, the show led by Sanders Townsend, Melendez, and Steele, which is run early Saturday and Sunday mornings. In its first year on air, the program has seen audience for its time slot improve noticeably. And I like Michael Steele. I didn't like him back when he was the head of the RNC, but I do like lately that he has not been afraid to call people out on their ish. So, you need to get more people in there who's not afraid to say what the things that they want to say. Now, whether or not you agree with when some of these people that's on there, y'all can continue to watch, y'all can continue to promote, you can see all that stuff. But they also say, you know what, the readout has lost a lot of. So I do think that ratings has something to do with it. As much as some of y'all like Miss Joy Reid, her viewership was over 28% in February through the 20th compared to a year earlier period. So she has been losing a lot of people in the ratings. I feel like a lot of people have been affected. But my thing is this, if y'all gonna sit up and fire her, when y'all gonna fire them ones that was licking Trump feet like Trump allegedly, well, not even alleged, it's fake. The AI video that's floating around with this, they said they hacked the federal government with that footage of Trump licking Elon's AI feet on the feed. This is a cackle for me. I'm like, this is what y'all doing over there. Like y'all trolling him. Keep it up though. But this is what y'all doing over there. So if y'all gonna fire them, then you need to fire them old frauds, them grifters from over there who bend the knee immediately after Trump won. So, and this is another thing too. Like when the reason why these ratings are dropping off with a lot of people over there at MSNBC, CNN, all these other liberal networks is because y'all sat up in here with somehow, yeah, it's a danger to our democracy and all this other stuff that y'all was saying. But the minute the election shifted in the direction of Trump, a lot of y'all jumped ship and didn't even want to fight no more because y'all, I guess your job was done. You fed they fed the beast of lies, and now, oh well, I'm just gonna go over and I'm gonna bend the knee and kiss the ring like we in a goddamn 4-year episode of Game of Thrones, and that's what I feel like. That's what we going with this. So, Joy, shout out to you. I'm sure that you will bounce back. I can see her going to YouTube or whatever. I know she has a YouTube channel. I think it's called Read This, Read That, or something or another with her daughter or something or another. But she could use that as a way to kind of go, and whether or not you like him, you could go the Don Lemon direction and basically hire you a producer or two, do a show from home, do super chats and all that other stuff, and become real independent media and not be spoon feeding these people out here the things that you were told to feed them through your network. If you are truly an independent person that believes in moving the democracy in a more progressive direction that isn't this full of fascism and all this other mess that Trump and apartheid Clyde is trying to do, then really go there with the independent media and show these people that, you know what, there is an alternative to the madness that's over there. Because, we have, what was it? I said, well, look, legacy media, as I said, has been on life support for quite some time. And, with the current administration going after the media and people bending the knee, as I've said many times prior, there is a purge happening in legacy media also, because I need to point this out. Lester Holt earlier, and this was also holding me up, we're putting the show together because so much news was coming out in the fallout of Joy Reid and everything that's going over there. There is a purge going on in mainstream legacy media. Lester Holt announced that he's leaving NBC News. In addition to Joy and Alex, we also lost Jonathan Capehart, Eamon Moyeldin, and Katie Fang have also been axed from MSNBC. I also heard this. They're making cuts over at The View, too. As a couple of staffers, many, there's, each co-host, and there's 6 of them, has a personal producer that comes up with the stuff, feeds them whatever they need to feed. Because, I love Sunny Hostin, but girl, you cannot read. It seemed like you just such a bookworm. You don't know how to be a personality. Everything has to be read off a cue card instead of you just being like, okay, this is what I know, and trust in your gut rather than having to read stuff off a cue. I'm like, damn, girl, even when you ask a celebrity a question, you literally have to read the cue card by the book. It's like, be a personable whatever. But whatever, they like her over there, they can keep her until her contract is up, which I heard it is this season. And if they want to re-up her, they're probably going to be having to cut back on the money they're giving them over there. Because I think Joy and Whoopi are the ones that's taking most of the coins over there because they've been around longer. So yeah, so a couple of staffers have been let go over there at The View, for what I've heard. Also, it looks like the tides are turning because the Joe Rogan fans are over him and his constant MAGA meat riding, because that's what he's been doing a lot of. At one point he was liberal, or more or less, I would say, a progressive, and he was all for like Medicare for all, trans rights, all that other stuff. And then all of a sudden, it was like when you had those Democrats that irritate every aspect of my spirit, like the Hakeem Jeffries and the who's the other ones that Chuck Schumer, the Nancy Pelosi, the legacy Democrats kind of like turning their back on him, didn't want him to come a part of the situation because he's more on the progressive side. The older folks want to keep things as it is because that's how they continue to make their money. They give a little bit, they cut a little bit to get why y'all not realizing what's going on until later on, and you realize they ain't do the bare minimum, which is why I think a lot of people shifted to the other direction because they started noticing y'all cut a little bit out. We'll give you a little bit of crumbs, but we still cutting little things over here. You're not realizing it. But this current administration, 30 plus days in, taking a whole wrecking ball to everything. So now it's become overwhelming. They're flooding us with all this information and nobody knows where to look. So people are overwhelmed. People are stressed. They're doom scrolling all over social media and it's a hot ass mess. So there's all of that, and now I'm glad that the Midas Touch is surpassing Rogan as the most popular show in the country. And I like the Midas Touch. They are very anti-Trump. They're very progressive in a lot of political stuff that they talk about. But in addition to the Midas Touch, I'm gonna tell you some people that y'all need to be out here watching. You can agree to disagree on certain things that they say, but they are way more progressive than a lot of these puppets that y'all have out here. And I like Brian Tyler Cohen, but you give me like you are bought and paid for it within that whole Democratic situation. I can look past the cuteness to call it out. And then, damn, who was the other one? That David Pakman? I don't trust him. He another one. But I like Brian Tyler Cohen. I give him a little benefit of the doubt, but I'd give him a little slight tap on the butt. But he's not as bad as some of these other ones. But there's some people out here, in addition, like I'm gonna tell y'all who to listen to in regards or watch in addition to the Midas Touch. Y'all can definitely check out Crystal Ball. Also check out her husband, Kyle Kalinske. I like a lot of the stuff that he said. Like he goes in on Trump and Elon. And always making a point of we need to talk about the robber barons and the oligarchs of this country who are literally pillaging our economy and every aspect of our federal government. Also, I love Mehdi Hassan. I love Tennessee Brando, Sabby Sabs, even though she get on my nerves sometimes too. But I do like some of the things that she brings up and she'll call it out. Keith Edwards is also another one in the Vanguard. I like them. They stay in the Vanguard, stay calling out the Young Turks. So I live for them for that whole situation. So that's basically what's going on right now with this whole Joy Reid situation. So I say all this to you. Are you guys upset that we are losing Joy Reid? Do y'all even watch legacy media? Or who are the people that you tune into on YouTube that are on the liberal side that are not afraid to call out both sides when they, up to some shadiness? So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.